Hi Libra, this is your March 24th through the 30th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, spread number 4 will be on your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Libra. We have the Four of Wands clarified by the Ace of Cups. Then we have the Ace of Swords clarified by the King of Wands. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. In the potential outcome, we have the Star with the Hierophant and Temperance. And we also have the Page of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, you could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Aquarius and Taurus on the table. A very strong Sagittarius presence. Okay, it doesn't mean you're dealing with Sagittarius necessarily, but it jumped out at me right away, right? The King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, these all can be Sagittarius cards. The Wheel of Fortune can be interpreted as many different zodiac signs, and Sagittarius is one of them. Temperance is a Sagittarius major arcana card, and the King of Wands could be any fire sign. Alright? What's interesting about this reading is that it actually starts with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of a commitment, marriage. To me personally, the Four of Wands always reminds me of an actual wedding. Okay, so perhaps you could be meeting this person through a family member could be introducing you. Okay, or you could be meeting this person at a family-oriented event. It could be a housewarming party, someone's birthday, but perhaps like friends are also invited, friends of a family are invited. It could be an engagement, wedding, what have you, as long as it's somehow at least remotely associated with a family. Alright? And the Four of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Cups, and we have another ace right after it. So that Four of Wands is surrounded by aces. Sometimes, when the first card that shows up is one of the marriage cards, it could be a way of the universe to say that the next person entering your life could be the one. Right? It happens. It does. Hence all the aces surrounding it, especially the Ace of Cups clarifying it, which is all about love. It is true, genuine, authentic love ace. The Ace of Swords right next to it, clarified by that King of Wands. The Ace of Swords is a card of clarity, very straightforward, very direct conversation. I often refer to the Ace of Swords as the no BS ace, right? And the Ace of Swords is like a very quick energy. With the Ace of Swords, people usually understand what's going on like real soon, real quick. Right? So I think nobody's going to be hesitating. They're not going to be taking their time. You'll be very crystal clear about what's going on and about this person's intentions. Like immediately, almost immediately. We also have that Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. So yeah, somebody's asking you out on a date, and by somebody I mean this King of Wands, or somebody introducing you to this King of Wands with that Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is the nicest, sweetest page out of all 4 pages. Okay? In the middle we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, start of a cycle. First major arcana card in this reading. Right? The first one. And yeah, it could be like a very fortune turnaround for some of you. The Wheel of Fortune in this case, yeah, definitely a start of a cycle. For some of you, you may go somewhere with this person. Yeah, it's a fortunate card, hence the word fortune in its name. And every single card in a potential outcome is a major arcana card. Every single one of them. The Star, the Hierophant, and Temperance. The Star could be an Aquarius, the Hierophant could be Taurus. Temperance is a Sagittarius major arcana card. But if we put those 3 cards together, which I prefer doing, then it's a fantastic combo, right? The Star is a card of a wish come true. It is a card of hope. It is a card of something we've been wanting or wishing for a while, right? So perhaps this is a wish granted reading for some of you. The Hierophant in the middle is a card of marriage, similar to the Four of Wands. The Hierophant is a very traditional, serious, formal, official card. Alright, and Temperance, if it's not a Sagittarius Indian, then Temperance is a card of balance. Temperance is a card of balance. It's a card of patience. I'm not saying you'll need to be patient with one another, but it's going to be like, nobody's going to be starting fights. It's just it will have like a natural flow to it. Alright, those 3 major arcana cards put together is just fantastic. It really is. That's pretty much it, Libra. It's a straight to the point reading. Straight to the point, right? You got that Ace of Swords real quick, real soon in the reading, clarified by the King of Wands, and the two of you will be getting on the same page real fast. Alright, really happy for you, Libra, congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Libra, this card is for you. We have the Ten of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Swords. We have the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, and the Sun on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries, or Leo, or whatever your person's zodiac sign is. So yeah, this reading starts with the Ten of Swords, and I'm glad I clarified that. I was asking, so what's coming to an end? An abrupt ending? As a matter of fact, and the Eight of Swords showed up. So it kind of makes sense with all the other cards being on the table. So at some point during this week, something that kept you stuck, something that kept you overthinking, that's what's coming to an end. Right? The Fool, the next card over, is a card of liberation, right? So perhaps you're being liberated from what kept you stuck, what kept you overthinking. Or the Fool is a card of taking a leap of faith. You know, perhaps up until this point, maybe the two of you were stuck deciding whether you should do something or not, right? Perhaps this is risky, this is something brand new, what you're about to do, and you're doing it. You're getting involved. You're jumping in with the Fool. You're taking a leap of faith. You're taking a risk, right? The Fool is also a card of being spontaneous. So it's one of those two. Either something comes to an end and it liberates you, or you liberate yourself, or if you weren't sure if you should do something, you're doing it. All right. The Page of Pentacles right now. For some of you, if you were wondering if you're not married yet, right? If you were wondering if they will ever propose to you, or if they will ever want to like move in together with you, or basically take it to the next level. If you've been overthinking that, that's what's happening. They're offering you to take it to the next level, right? With those three remaining cards: the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, and the Sun. Because the Page of Pentacles could be something tangible, something you can touch, a key to their place, to their house, to their apartment, qualifies. Or a piece of jewelry in a box, since it is also something tangible, something you can touch, also qualifies. Or they may give you something else, right? Or perhaps you're signing lease and both of your names are going to be on the lease, right? Because the Page of Pentacles is going to be paperwork. Okay, it could be money, anything. The Sun on the bottom of the deck is a card of clarity, right? It's also a Leo major kind of card, and it's also the happiest card in the deck. And the Fool and the Sun cards, to me, are kind of similar, right? In the right upper corner of the Fool card, we have the Sun, and we have the actual Sun and the Sun card. And the gesture of the person in the Fool card, and the child riding the horse in the Sun card, to me, this is a very similar gesture. To me, it's a gesture of a very happy person. Okay? So that's what this reading is all about. Alright? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Libra, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Star. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Then we have the Ten of Wands, clarified by the Two of Swords. And we also have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or any zodiac sign. You know, sometimes I look at spreads, sometimes I look at readings, and I can immediately come to a certain conclusion, Libra. And the conclusion I immediately came to when I saw all these cards put together, there's nothing here. Did you just recently break up by any chance? Because look at this reading, right? First of all, there's no love here, right? Well, the Star kind of, sort of, remotely can be associated with love. It is a card of an Aquarius. It's a card of healing. It's a card of hope. It's a card of wish come true, right? But it's clarifying the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, the person in the Nine of Swords is all stressed out and depressed and going through some kind of a rough patch. And most likely this is because of a breakup. And the Star is healing. So depressed and healing from a breakup, right? There is no offers on the table, right? There is no pages. There is no knights. There is no aces. There is no judgment. There is no Six of Cups. Nothing, right? No court cards either. So whoever, I'm not even sure if they're going to come back to you this week, but if you were wondering how one particular person feels about what's going on, they're not happy. They're going through a rough patch. They're struggling with this. Okay, so perhaps that's the message, that this person is still struggling after a breakup, or maybe they're struggling with something else in their life, right? Because this whole reading is like a struggle, pretty much. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Libra, this week. We have Judgment. We have the Ace of Wands clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Then we have the Queen of Swords clarified by the Nine of Cups. And we have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You know what's funny? I don't know if you just watched the Love from the Past spread right before it, and I mentioned that in that reading there was no offers, nobody coming back. This reading, I also mentioned that there was no Judgment card. This reading starts with a Judgment card. Look at it. Anyway, I assume you're the Queen of Swords here. I think it's a reasonable assumption, unless you deal with another air sign. But let's just assume that's you. And that's what I did. I assumed that's you. And as I was clarifying the Queen of Swords, I simply asked how will Libra feel about what's going on, and the Nine of Cups showed up. It is a card of a satisfaction and fulfillment. It's a card of a wish come true. So at the end of the day, this is how you will feel once all of this plays out. Alright, so Judgment, the first card that came out. Judgment could be a card of something or someone from the past. At the same time, Judgment could be somebody making a judgment call. Alright, somebody making a judgment call. And perhaps somebody is selecting you, choosing you, or it could be like a judgment call that goes in your favor. Okay? Say you want to start a business, right? And you applied for a business loan. So maybe somebody at that financial institution that you applied to get that loan, they're making a judgment call to give you the loan, right? So that's just an example. Judgment, again, could be you being hired, or you being chosen, or you being promoted, or something along those lines, right? Or it is a card of somebody coming back from the past. Whatever the case, the Ace of Wands clarified by the Six of Pentacles, definitely an offer, definitely some kind of a new beginning, or taking it to the next level. You could be promoted, you could be again chosen, hired, what have you. Okay, the Six of Pentacles clarifying that money. The Six of Pentacles is money. It's a card of generosity, it's a card of balance, and it is a financial card. We also have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. For some of you, you may have to go somewhere. Okay, with the Six of Swords, perhaps you're being chosen to go to a conference or what have you, right? Or you may have to go for a final job interview, or perhaps your job involves for you to travel or what have you, right? And the Six of Swords in general is a card of an improvement. With the Six of Swords, things usually get better, and that makes sense since you're the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Cups, because it is a satisfaction card. So things will get better no matter where you stand right now. Alright? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Libra. We have the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands, clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This spread, Libra, can be directly or indirectly related to you. There's this King of Pentacles right there in the middle, right? So it could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody with some major Earth placements in their charts. Or they could be like a business person, an entrepreneur, someone like that. So this person is hurting or will be hurting as a result of some kind of a rejection, like major rejection. Okay? So this person is getting rejected or being rejected, either by you or by somebody else. Alright? And they're going to be really unhappy about it. So with the Four of Cups, the first card that came out, they get rejected. The Nine of Wands, clarified by the King of Pentacles, that's how they feel. They feel hurt. And that type of energy, they're upset, right? And with the Five of Swords, they may slam the door on the way out or something like that. So an example, just an example would be if they want to get a promotion, they're not going to get promoted, somebody else will get promoted, and they will quit. They will quit the job. Okay, it's just an example. For others of you, it could be yet another ex, or that same person we saw in the Love from the Past reading. If you do have a Earth sign ex, it could be them. We are in the middle of two concurrent retrogrades, right? Mercury and Venus. So don't be surprised if people pop up from the past, if people from the past show up. So maybe this is an ex coming back, you're going to reject them, and then they may get upset about it. Alright? But there's no major arcana card, so there's nothing major going on. So keep that in mind. That's what you're not expecting. It has something to do with this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles getting rejected, they're hurt, they're getting upset, they're slamming the door on the way out. Things like that. Alright? So yeah, that's what I have for you, Libra, for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Libra, have an amazing week.